Hey, Sandy and I would like to talk to you about some teen books. We're unboxing teen books today. Isn't that fun, Miss Sandy? I have no idea what these are about. We just got the box, we opened it up, so now we get to talk about it. How is that? Are you okay with that, Miss Sandy? Where are my glasses? Let's get through these. There's a few. Gary Paulsen, Woods Runner. 13-year-old Samuel lives with his parents on the edge of the wilderness in a British colony of Pennsylvania, a long way from the civilization of any town. Samuel knows how to hunt and how to survive in the untamed forest that surrounds his home on the frontier, where it can take days for news to arrive. The rumors are that the American patriots have begun a bloody war against the English. To Samuel, the fighting in the cities and towns to the east seems far away. Then the war comes to him in a savage attack by British soldiers and Iroquois. Samuel's parents are taken prisoner, and Samuel follows their trail, drawing on his forest skills, determined to find a way to rescue them. Each day he confronts the enemy and the unbelievable cruelty, tragedy, and horror of the war. He also discovers unexpected allies, men and women, working secretly on behalf of the Patriots, and he learns that he must plunge deep into enemy territory to find his parents. He must follow them all the way to the British headquarters in New York City. Dress coded. Because Olivia was yelled at for wearing a tank top, because Liz got dress coded and Molly didn't, even though they were wearing the exact same outfit, because when Jessica was pulled over by the principal and Mr. Math Quiz, her teacher gave her an F. Transcendent. What would you do if the world was crumbling to pieces and everyone believed you were the only person who could put it back together? Terrorists have just bombed Disney World 1,000 miles away. A stranger shows up on Iris Sapira's stoop in Brooklyn. He brings with him a shocking secret about Iris's birth, throwing her entire identity into question. Suddenly, the press is confronting Iris with the wild notion that she might be the miracle the world now so desperately needs. Families all across the grieving nation are pinning their hopes on her, as if she is some kind of saint or savior. She's no longer sure who she can trust except Zane, a homeless boy who long ago abandoned any kind of hope. Martha Scab's various positions. Wait a second. Let's just um trapped between the confusing world of her friends and unhappiness of dysfunctional family. 14-year-old Georgia is only ease while dancing. When she is accepted into Canada's preeminent ballet school, Georgia thinks she has a great escape, but while she's trying to become the perfect disciplined student to please her demanding artistic director, Roderick Allen, her classmates, are flirting and making plans to meet boys at the local coffee shop. As everyone around her seems to become more and more obsessed with sex, Georgia struggles to maintain control and focus on her own life. Oops. I don't want to know. And that's a teen book. Zanny, come here. She's picking at me. Ray Carson, The Empire of Dreams. Red Sparkle Stone spent her entire childhood running from sinister sorcerers, a cold or hunger or vicious masters. But that's over now. Finally, at 16 years old, she's safe. She has a home despite everything. Her veiled past, her odd name, the mark of magic in her hair. Red is being adopted by the royal family. Until the Empress' greatest rival blocks the adoption in a stunning political masterstroke, and everything Red has worked for crumbles away. Aww. Oh, good God, this is heavy. And this is a youth book. It's a youth book. Orphan clockkeeper and thief Hugo lives in the walls of busy Paris train station. where his survival depends on secrets and anonymity. But when his world suddenly interlocks like the gears of the clocks he keeps, with an eccentric bookish girl and a bitter old man who runs a toy booth in the train station, Hugo's undercover life and most precious secret are in jeopardy. A cryptic drawing, a treasured notebook, a stolen key, a mechanical man, and hidden message from Hugo's dead father. From the background is the intricate, tender, and spellbinding mystery. Dear Lord. Ah, interesting. It's like, dang, you expect a kid to read this much? But now that I see these pictures, it explains it. Lord, that thing is heavy. I expect a little kid to hold that book. It's heavy. It's like 2 or 3 pounds. Between Us and the Moon, Rebecca Manziel. Ever since Sarah was born, she lived in the shadow of her beautiful older sister Scarlett, a budding astronomer. Sarah's days are devoid to math club and the boys she's loved since kindergarten. Tucker, her nights are obsessed with her vast universe through her stargazer 5020. Then Tucker breaks Sarah's heart and she goes to Cape Cod for the summer with her family, ready for something big in her life to change. She doesn't want to live in the shadows anymore. She wants to be someone who shines, someone like Scarlett. She doesn't expect to meet Andrew, gorgeous college boy Andrew. Andrew pulls Sarah out from behind her telescope. He sees the girl she wants to be. My life after now. Lucy had just the worst week ever, seriously mega bad, and suddenly it's all too much. She wants out of her house, out of her head, out of her life. She wants to be whole new Lucy. So she does something the old Lucy would never dream of. And now her life will never be the same. Now she will be able to have a boyfriend. Will she tell her friends? How will she face her family? What did she do? Freddy Cats. Anna and Johnny Quaker are looking forward to a quiet day in their house without parents, but a strange storm with severe thunder and lightning quickly puts an end to their hopes and threatens to put an end to Anna and Johnny. When Johnny Science Project, the robot, attacks Anna, she thinks it's just Johnny playing joke. But when her hair dye flies, their video games shoot back at them and the lawnmower takes off on its own. Something's wrong. Hello. Hello, ma'am. Come here. Come here. Come here. I know. You prefer the couch, don't you? Everybody prefers the couch over here. But the couch takes up so much room. And it's just easier to push the chair aside. Nerd girls. A catastrophe of nerdish proportions. The nerd girls are back, and though they seek to leave behind all the drama with the popular girls, the three Ps feel they have a score to settle with the nerds and will stop at nothing to do so. With wait a second. How about here? You want to go in Smokey's bed? That'll last about 2 seconds, because you don't go in Smokey's bed. We'll see what happens. Fed up with the perpetual fighting, the school principal insists that if the two groups want to continue to compete with each other, they need to do it in a productive way. He requires all 6 nerd girls and 3 Ps to participate in the academic septathlon. But Maureen has family troubles and issues of self-esteem and no desire to bury her head in the sand and pretend that all of the very real issues she faced as a kid are not real. Carolyn B. Cooney, The Lost Songs. Some people inherit land, Letitia's grandmother used to tell her, or silver spoons or oil wells. You and me, we inherited songs. They are my grandma's shout to God. Her prayers got answered too late for her. Instead, her prayers were answered for you, Ludi. You'll have the world she wanted. Fathomless. Jackson Pierce. Lo doesn't know who she is or who she was. Once a human, she is now entirely a creature at sea, a nymph, an ocean girl, a mermaid, all terms too pretty for the soulless monster she knows she's becoming. Celia has always felt out of place, the third wheel in a set of triplets bound together by their special abilities. Annie can see the future and Jane can see the present, but all Celia can see is the past, hardly a mystery to most until Celia meets Lo. When a handsome boy named Jude falls off a pier and into the ocean, Celia and Lo work together to rescue him from the waves. The two form a friendship but soon find themselves competing for Jude's affection. Here there are monsters. 16-year-old Sky is done playing knight in shining armor for her insufferable younger sister Deidre. Moving across the country seems like the perfect chance to start over, reinvent her life. In their isolated new neighborhood, Sky manages to fit in, but Deidre withdraws from everyone, becoming fixated on the swampy woods behind their house and building a monstrous sculpture out of sticks and bones. Then Deidre disappears, and when something awful comes scratching at Sky's window in the middle of the night, claiming she's the only one who can save Deidre, she knows she will stop at nothing to bring her sister home. The Curse of the Dead Man's Forest. The first of you shall be the last, as thine reminds you of the past. Wait until summer's heat wakes the serpent from the sleep. It strikes at dust within your halls while you are all confined by laws. Venom sends them all to bed while two of yours should be soon dead. To the portal you must go, all seeds of hope with you grow. To find the healer on your own, you must venture even past the bone. The Lord of Darkwood. The spider tribe, spurned by their guardian Ruthless, explores the extent of her powers and ambitions. Hina, who alone knows the whereabouts of the true emperor, has to forge a new identity of her own. No one must ever know that she is Kyra's daughter. As traditional powers navigate, weaken, and disarray, old spirits and new figures enter the battle for the Lotus Throne. Ah, dark and deepest red. Summer 1518, a strange sickness sweeps through Strasbourg, France. Women dance in the streets without stopping, some until they fall down dead. As rumors of the witchcraft and demon possession spread, suspicion turns toward Lavina Blau and her family. Lavina may have to do the unimaginable to save herself and everyone she loves. 5 centuries later, a pair of beautiful red shoes seal themselves in Rosilla's feet, making her dance uncontrollably. They draw her toward a boy who knows the dancing fever's history better than anyone. Emile, whose family was blamed for the fever 500 years ago. But there's even more to what happened in 1518 than Emily knows, and rediscovering the truth may determine whether Rossel survives the red shoes. Exploring killings? Okay. It started with the murdered deer in the playground, a purple foxglove in its mouth, but in the dying boondock town of Esmer Cove, life goes on. I worked at Graham Steiner, and the cakes the entitled rich kids who vacation here make our lives hell. My best friend Alex Place is the only person who gets me, and I'm starting to have more than friend feelings for him, feelings I don't want to have. But he's changing. He's almost like a stranger now, keeping secrets and picking fights with the cakes. Land of Stories, The Wishing Well. When the twins' grandmother gives them treasured fairy tale book, they have no idea they're about to enter a land beyond all imagining, the land of stories where fairy tales are true. John Dixon, Phoenix Island. A champion boxer with a sharp hook and a short temper, 16-year-old Carl Freeman, had been shuffled from foster home to foster home. He can't seem to stay out of trouble, using his fists to defend weaker castmates from bullies. His latest incident sends opponents to the emergency room. Another court is sending Carl to the worst place on earth, Phoenix Island. Just no, not a teen book. And that's the end of teens. Did you see anything interesting? I didn't know any of these authors. I've never seen any of these books before. They were all new to me. So, something different. Have a good one.